big up to everyone. Thank you very much for stopping by. Um, we have got the legend Matty in the building to have a little chat about all things Arsenal, man. Firstly, how you doing?
Doing well, man. Eager to see this draw, man. Eager to see this
Yeah,
Champions League draw, man.
yeah. I'm looking forward to see who we get. Obviously, so we've got this as the pots. We're seeded in pot two again. So that means we're going to face two of these giants in pot one. Obviously, we can't face Chelsea or Liverpool or Manchester City. But there's going to be some tough draws in there. You've
Yeah,
got the champions, of course, in there, and everyone else. Nothing's easy there, was it whatsoever. Dortmund, you'd probably suggest being on the easier side, if you want to call it that. That might be one of the teams you'd sort of be hoping to get if you're looking at it from an avenue of I hope to get more of an easier draw. They would probably be more favourable. I think it'd be fair to say. But
yeah,
outside of them, I mean, every game's massively tricky there, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. I
Real
mean,
Madrid,
you're not.
yeah,
There's nowhere to hide in this
yeah,
competition, and that's actually kind of the way I like it. I actually like the new format because it's much more competitive than years past. Normally we would, go through the league, the draw. Go through the league phase, get to the draw, and then the first round would be somebody weak, and then you get all the big boys play each other towards the end, and But now it's everybody's getting a dose of it early. So
yeah.
that's the best part about it, man, is that everybody's gonna get a dose of it. You just hope that you don't get the worst of the groups.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is a good way to put it, and I actually 100% agree with you. Last season's Champions League was probably the most entertaining throughout the tournament. Because you can sort of get that group stage draw where it's easy. You swerve some of the big ones, and you've had 3 or 4 easy games, and then you're just fielding the kids for the other two. And whilst obviously, sometimes it can be nice to have an easier draw with other commitments in other leagues, but you said, like you said, you've got nowhere to hide here, have you? You are woke up very, very early, ain't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Arsenal will face one of the two of the top teams in this competition in the initial stages. And if that ain't a good enough wake up call, having to possibly have a Barcelona knocking on your door at the Emirates, and then a cheeky trip away in Germany to Munich or something. I don't know what will wake you up if that don't. So
yeah.
it is. I suppose you could almost look at it as well as good sort of preparation for what's to come. If you're going to take the competition seriously, Matty, no matter what stage you're going to get, if you're going to appear in that final, you're going to be facing one of these teams in pot one. There's no hiding from that.
Facts, facts.
Yeah,
No hiding at all, man. No
yeah,
hiding at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
So if you want to win the Champions League, you got to beat the big boys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just quickly as well, big up to every single one in the chat. Come on, man. Smash the likes up, and obviously make sure you're subbing to Matty as well. What an absolute legend. Thank you very much for stopping by us. It's something I look forward to, this Champions League sort of draws. Okay, I don't sort of expect Arsenal to sort of win it, but there has to be some sort of degree of expectation within Arsenal now. And I had someone put this comment, I can't think who it was, and it was about the Liverpool game, yeah. And I'm going to tell this off to the Champions League as well. Factoring in how long this manager's been here, how much we've spent, and the squad that we've had, when do we start expecting to get to finals of a Champions League, Matty?
It needs to be
Just
this year. it
yeah,
needs
yeah,
to be like right now.
yeah, yeah,
We should be. It should be with the amount of time and money that has been spent on this team. We should be uh competing for the highest honor. So like right now, we should, as of today, this year, we should be having that discussion of competing to win.
yeah. Do you know what the frustrating thing as well is, Matt? Is that we're just not there yet, are we? The realistic fans, well, I'll never call this negative. I think I'll call this realistic. We're still not there, are you? Are you looking at this Champions League and you thinking Arsenal could win it this year? I don't know about you. I'm not, and I don't know how much of a failure that represents. A confidence that's been instilled by this manager or this system or however long over the last 5.5 years. I feel a little bit let down. I feel like we could have been a little bit further, but I mean, it's one of them things. Sort of, who knows, really? I suppose. it's frustrating when it's like that, because I'd have loved to, after spending £1 billion, Matty. I always use this sort of analogy because it's relevant to me. I'd love to go down a pub and go, do you know what? I think we've got the Champions League this year, boys. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to have. I haven't had that since the early noughties, Matt.
You know, for me, the discussion about winning the Champions League on paper, you know, past, you know, history wise, you know, you can go, I don't, you know, European pedigree with Arsenal, you know, as far as just win the Champions League, you know, compete in this competition is rough. But I would say, if we're going to use last year as a litmus test, and we can go back and say, you know what? I mean, we played Real Madrid, albeit they had their issues. For me, the tournament itself doesn't really start until the knockout phases. I mean, you've got the league league format here, but but what you get going into those playoffs, you know, the round of 16, you know, such and such, you know, that's where it determines. There's a lot to answer. This is why it's hard to say, oh yeah, we're gonna win or we can't win, because you don't know the luck of the draw until we get there later on in the year. But based off of the transgressions of this manager, you would say, nah, I don't think we will. But I was talking to Shane the other day, and I think the thing for me, and I was telling him, is that a lot of this season is going to hinge on the manager. Matter of fact, 98% of it's going to hinge on most of the manager, because we've got players. I mean, you look at Jokeris, you look at Saka when healthy, you look at Trossard, regardless of what you know people think. You know, he did quite a bit of work for us in the Champions League last year. You look at Saliba, Timber, Magalhaes, you know, and now you're bringing in Eze. So now you're looking and you're going, okay, this team is in Ethan and Max. You're looking like, you know what? This team is fairly decent. It's just a matter of, will this manager revert back to type? And that's what you got to wait. And that's not just only in the Champions League. That's in everything this year.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what? I'm obviously we think quite alike anyway. But I almost copy and pasted, said exactly the same thing. I can't think whose show it was on, and that's exactly right. And one of the things I said as well is this manager's excuses, and everything's shrinking, everything's going like that, and he's watching his world just shrink right before his eyes, because he's had 5.5 years to roam around Arsenal Football Club, like Charlie Big Bollocks, and just basically do what he wants, make all the excuses that he can, this and all of that, and they're it's getting thinner and thinner. You're getting an Eze in, which I don't personally think he wanted. That's just my own personal opinion. That can be debated. I've got no substantial facts to back that. That's just how I feel. And then you've got the Gyökeres, who I also think that he didn't want. I think there probably is a little bit more backing to suggest that he didn't want him because he wanted Sesko. Just them two signings, his world shrank significantly. And by that, I mean, he's got his gun man. There's no excuses for no goals. And not only has he got his boy Odegaard, his captain, as apparently the creative outlet, which we know he isn't. Now he's got an Eze, who is a creative outlet. Not only is he just a creative outlet, he's a big game player. He's proved that. Even for Crystal Palace, he's proved that he can rise to the occasion and help win trophies. And he's a game changer. So all of a sudden, just in them two, and they're going to be the two most important signings for Arsenal going forward if we're going to have success this season. They have got a gun man and they've got a game changer. And I don't think Mikel Arteta likes that one bit. And I know that might sound crazy to say, but them two, they put unbelievable amounts of pressure. When you factor in all the other variables under Mikel Arteta, they're the two big excuses. I need a striker. We aren't creative. There you go. 150 odd million spent on Europe's most prolific striker in the last 2 years, and Eze, who is an absolute weapon of a footballer. Well, what now, Mikel?
Well, now he's going to have no soccer for the next couple of weeks, so he's going to have to make do with the striker. He's gonna have to make do. And after last night's performance from Sesko, he should actually be thanking Bert. He should be thanking Bert.
Yeah.
He should be taking him out for a steak dinner because he saved him. Because it could be a lot worse based off of what I've seen the last few games from him. So I just think that the manager's is going to have to step back this year. And I was, you got Gabriel Heinziger there, so that'll sort all that out. With you've got him and you got Apple. So now you've got two established, men of the game, and so now they
winners as well. Gabriel Heinz is a winner.
Yeah,
he's been a winner throughout his career.
Yeah, for the serial winner. So you've got somebody that knows. So hopefully, this will he's taking nuggets from what he's learning and just mellow out, man. Let the guys play, because you clearly can see when you watch United last night. You see the difference in it when a direct tyrant runs the team, and then you see when the difference. And I can tell you now that Gabby's on that bench. I can tell you he's in Arteta's ear, and he's telling, hey man, just cool it. Just let them do their thing. So remains to be seen how far we'll go in this competition once we see this draw, and then basically for the rest of the year. So big test this weekend. But as of today, right now, let's see who's in this Champions League. There's some tasty matchups, not just for us, but for other teams as well. I'm sure there's going to be some fun matchups. And if it was anything like it was last year, then this would be a wild ride, because last year was absolutely phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, it just was good, wasn't it? Do you know? I don't know whether it's because it was new and refreshing, but I'm sort of expecting a bit the same again. Maybe it just was for the better. I know some people don't like change sometimes. I'm always quite open to it, depending on if it's completely radical and ridiculous change. I think this sort of system wasn't. It was different. I think a setup that had been there probably for the last 20, 25, maybe 30 years. I might be overhitting that. And it needed a little change. It needed a little modernising for the better. And I mean, if last season was to go by, they absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. It was probably one of the best Champions Leagues as a collective I've watched in quite a while. One thing I do sort of want to ask, is there any teams that you do want to face? I'm assuming in pot one. Let's just keep it in there. Is there any ties that you sort of want to see? Because look, and by this I mean, if you want to go down the easy route, like I sort of touched on earlier, I reckon Dortmund at home, you probably would realistically have a better chance of 3 points against a PSG or a Barcelona at home. But I've always quite liked Barcelona. I've got a little soft spot for Barcelona. I'd like to see us play them. To be fair, so I wouldn't mind a little tie against Barcelona. And I also, in this sort of thing, I wouldn't mind playing PSG to sort of play him again and see where we're at, because Tottenham gave him a good game, and I'd just love to. It wouldn't right or wrong because you got knocked out in a semi-final, but I'd just like us to just get over that little hurdle of, there you go, we've got a mini bit of revenge back on them. So I'd like us to play PSG again to just right a little mini wrong. What about you? Is there any sort of ties where you'd sort of like in that pot one?
Well, I'll tell you, man. I do not want to play Bayern Munich. We have a horrible record against Bayern Munich. Barcelona would be fun.
Yeah.
Real Madrid will be fun again. I'm like you. If we play PSG, and give us a good test to see what's changed.
Yeah.
I would prefer to avoid all of the Premier League teams, especially City.
I think it's like you do automatically, didn't you? I think.
I can't remember if you do or not now. That's the thing. I think you do. So if we,
I'm fairly certain.
I'm sure in the next phase we'll probably be there for an English team. But I would prefer to avoid Bayern Munich if at all costs. We do not do well against Bayern Munich, and they're actually looking really good this year. Albeit it's only been a few games, but they look really good. I've watched a couple of games that they played, although they slipped by last night. they had a little trouble last night, but they looked fairly well. I'm going through the pots. Pot two, I'd avoid Villarreal because they're on fire right now. They're actually on fire. They've already dealt with us one time in preseason.
yeah. That's
Eintracht Frankfurt, I mean that they're not as strong as they were last year. Atalanta's kind of going through a lot of change. Benfica just barely got in. Of course, if you start talking Leverkusen, they're still trying to adjust. Atletico Madrid, you know, that's a tough one.
Bastard of an away tie.
Yeah,
You get them away, especially.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Juve, they tend to do fairly decent early on, especially when it starts. They tend to have trouble. You know, this current Juve team has a lot of trouble during the middle of the tournament. But Juventus is there, and then you go to part 3. You know, PSV, Ajax, you know, Napoli, and you damn sure don't want to play Napoli up on the Conte.
Yeah.
You know, Marseille is another one that you want to avoid because they're looking good. I think Alba scored 2 goals in the first few games already. There's something on that line. I can't quite remember what it is, but I know he scored a couple
They've
of goals.
recruited all right.
They've got a strong team. Yeah, they got a really strong team. This manager has problems with teams like Olympiacos. You know, we've been there before. You know, and then Bodo Glimt, these Slavia Prague. You know, these are the games that look easy on paper till you go the away leg. You know, or you go there, and then you look at pot 4, and then it's Monaco is a strong team. Galatasaray, very strong.
Horrible
team.
Away leg. Yeah. That'd be a horrible away game. Yeah.
And then the rest of the teams that you should be able to deal with outside of Newcastle. You know, I feel like Bilbao. Yeah, Bilbao. So
yeah.
So all in all, I think if we get a decent draw and everybody remains healthy, we should be at least thinking quarters at worst. Me personally, I think we should be thinking quarters at worst. That's if everybody stays healthy and things fall the way it needs to fall. But yeah, looks like they're about a few steps away here. Looks like they've got everybody out there.
Yeah,
they're getting everybody lined up for the draw. Yeah, looks like they're getting everybody ready for the draw now.
Yeah. Do you know what I will say on a personal level? I probably go to Portugal about 2 or 3 times a year usually. I just love the country. I always have done. For what I haven't even got a really good explanation. It's just I just like it out there. So I wouldn't mind another sporting draw. I'm looking at pot 3 and going, if we can get that away, buzz in. I'll go there. I've been there away in European competition for the last 2-3 years. I think actually I went to Porto in the Champions League, so I wouldn't mind there. Or worst case scenario, you got a cheeky little bit of Benfica. North side's Benfica. I wouldn't mind going there. I've never seen them. I quite like Benfica. But I buy my little boy likes Benfica. I buy him a shirt every year, so I wouldn't mind a little trip to Portugal. But that's just obviously on a personal level. Do you know what I mean? Going out in a little bit of sun. You know what I mean? And I'll go and I might even take my boy if I could get a ticket. To be fair, that'd be great. But yeah, but look, it's interesting. Do you know what I mean? You'd like to swerve. At this sort of stage, you probably wouldn't want an Atletico Madrid, considering as well, especially in pot 1, if you've got like a Real Madrid and a Barcelona, or I should probably say a Bayern Munich, because you can't have more than 2 nationals in one sort of in one league. So if we was to have got a Bayern Munich and a Barcelona, I'm probably gonna be on the lines of swerving an Atletico Madrid away. If I'm being honest, I'm like, that's kind of enough. And you're going to want to be swerving the Napolis. But, I don't mind a bit of healthy competition, but also at the same sort of stage for Arsenal Football Club, if you want to be going in all in competitions, make it tricky. I'm all down for tricky. I'm all down for playing all that, but I don't want overkill. Do you know what I mean, Matty? I don't want. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't want the group of death.
yeah, exactly right. Whilst I don't mind, I appreciate, we're not going to have it all way, and there will be tricky games to play. Yeah. Don't get, every horrendous. Don't get Atletico Madrid and Juventus, and then in the other one get your Napolis, and then have an awful Galatasaray away trip. Do you know what I mean? Don't get that group of death. Let's have just a quick little look, Matty, on where they're sort of standing in terms of the draws.
I can't see the comments. So if anybody's message in the comments, I can't see. I got everything, so I don't get spoiled. I want to no spoilers.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. No spoilers. That's actually a good shout. I might turn mine into private in 2 seconds. Let me just bear with us, Matt. Let's have a little
No, where you get
boost on.
you get an authentic reaction.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So if we go a little bit dark, you world-class chat, it's not because you're being well, actually, technically you are being purposely ignored, but for the right reason. Yeah. You put it up in the
He
chat, we
said
will
it,
see
I
it.
did. He said it, I did.
Yeah. Come on, chat. We love you, man. Come on, big up. But yeah, I'm gonna put it on the start so I can't see. Let's have a little go. Let's have a little goose. Well, just quickly as well, while we're waiting, Matty, I feel like I have to get this in. Ha on Manchester United last night.
What a
I'm
mess.
sorry.
What
Oh
a
man,
mess. What a
I'm
mess
sorry.
they are in. They are absolutely in a mess. Hey, shout out to Grimsby Town for
Yeah,
going out. You know, did you see the managers? What he said? He said before the game, he said he told the players to go out and be brave. Don't regret this opportunity, not to be brave, and that's
yeah.
what they did. And I say we need to apply
Took the
that
name from
same
us.
mentality into the game we're playing on Sunday against Liverpool. Go out, be brave.
Facts.
It's early in the season, man. There's no reason we need to go there parking the bus and hoping to get a draw. We need to be going there to win. You know,
Absolute facts, Matty. Do you know
you
what?
go
Do you know
there.
what, mate? Oh, sorry, go on.
You go there on Sunday, and even if we messed around and lost 3-2, 4-3, 2, you know, you giving it a shot, and they barely
Yeah,
like what they did with Newcastle the other night. You can at least in the back of your mind say, you know what, yeah, we're about ready to make a move here, and it's early in the season. But if
yeah.
you go there and you park in the bus 2-0, and we getting beat again, it starts to wear on the players. But we need to go there and people are saying put down a marker. I'm saying we need to put a tent and build a house. We need to be going to Anfield, and we need to find 3 points. We hadn't gotten 3 points down in a very long time.
Yeah.
We need
13
3
years,
points.
Matty, in the league.
Yeah, it's time to go
13
get
years.
points from Anfield. We need to go get some points. Like I said, put down a tent, put the furniture down, put up some framed
Yeah,
pictures. You know, go put something in the kitchen and stuff, and let everybody know that we here to stay.
yeah.
And this
Good.
weekend is an opportunity to do that.
Do you know what, Matty, as well? And I've said this. Aside from obviously lifting one of the big boys, because he's won the FA Cup, we all know that. Albeit 5.5 years ago. He's never gone to a title rival and won away. Whether that be your Manchester Cities, whether that be a Liverpool, we have never won away at them grounds. And I've said this before. If you want something you've never had, you need to do something you never did. And
Yeah,
that is the way that you go about it. And I said this with Jez last night. If you wanna like you're saying, set up a tent, build a house, get your furniture in there, you've got to get it right, get them foundations right. And whilst if we went to Anfield and got a point, considering especially how I felt 6 weeks ago about this, and you've taken 3 points away at Manchester United, you've taken 3 points at home against Leeds, and then you've got a point away at your title rivals. I think that would still represent a good start, but you know the mood changes, Matty. For me personally, I can't speak for everyone. If we went to Liverpool and got a win, however it looked, if we went there away at our title rivals, the champions, and got 3 points, I'm looking at that start, and I'm looking at what's to come and going. Okay, I'm not invested because I've still got all of that pain and I'm still unsure. You've never done it before. But you've just gone away and won. You've done something you never did in your pursuit of getting something that you want and ain't got. And that's what you need to do, I think. You look
yeah,
at the 1998, Matty. Bookies were paying out, Matty, for Manchester United. And then all of a sudden we rock up at OT over Mars, giving it all of that. There you go. What did we do in 2000? Exactly the same place.
yeah,
Only it was Warsaw, Canu hopping over his leg, off and over his head and that.
yeah,
And then what about when we're invincibles and all of that? We're going to Anfield and you've got the Bobby Pires
yeah,
screamer in the
yeah.
goalkeeper's top left.
That's
This is
yeah.
what you
Bro,
do
you can
when
even
you
go to
are set
modern
up.
history. You can even go to modern history. You remember
Yeah,
what was it? 06? 06, we had to go there. Was it TT put in 2 goals and Rosicky put in one? If I can remember.
yeah. Facts.
You go there, then you go to Arshavin. You know, yeah, 4. You know, we should have won that game. By the way, we just got reckless. Yeah. We got reckless in the last.
Was it Ben Ayoun? Was it Ben Ayoun that got the 4th?
Yeah, we got reckless there in the last few minutes, man, and we should have. He scored that goal because we had him on the ropes.
I don't know how far you are. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know how far. Sorry to just interrupt there.
Yeah,
they've made the first draw on my end, Matty, or they've pulled out the first team. So I don't know how in sync we are.
What you got?
They've pulled out Bayern Munich as their first draw. It's their first.
Yeah. I'm right behind you. So I'm right behind you.
Oh yeah. So you're knocking on that door. Yeah. We just had Kaka on the screen. What a player, by the way. So obviously they're bringing up then the possible teams. And obviously, of course, because it's the first draw, I think they've virtually sort of got everyone. So we are a potential draw away, it seems like. So if we was to draw Bayern Munich from this, it would be away for Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah.
So that would be, like you said, I mean, I'd rather play them at home. So this is probably the one you want to avoid most then, I'd presume.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich at the Allianz, especially, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Do not want to have to go there and deal with that.
Yeah.
We do not have. I mean, when I say we do not have a good record there, we do not have a good record there.
Apologies. Yeah, no. I'm actually inclined to agree with you. That probably is the bastard of the tie, isn't it? If I want to coin that little phrase, yeah.
That's actually who I picked. Actually, my preseason picks was to win was actually Bayern Munich.
Oh, Chelsea's got them.
Yeah.
Chelsea's got them.
So I got the volume down, so I can't tell if who's got who.
Yeah, I'm just literally going. I'm the same because my links. I definitely can understand it, but yeah, I've just sort of seen them pulling it out, and so Chelsea and Bayern Munich. Oh, that's a stinker, isn't it? Stinker for Chelsea. So in this, can we still be in this end of the tie? Well, obviously we can't. No, Matty. So it is. You can't face anyone in sort of England or in your home nation. So for this sort of bit of the draw now that they're doing, we're entirely out of it. So we won't be playing Bayern Munich in it in any way, shape, or form. Along with if Barcelona was to be drawn now, we also then wouldn't be able to face Barcelona. Is my sort of minimal understanding of how the draw works.
Yeah.
They got Real Madrid. So obviously, I'm assuming then by that logic, we can't face Real Madrid either. Would that be right? Because obviously they'd be in there. They're drawing the league for that side now, and or are they drawing separate leagues first? I actually can't. Actually, a little bit.
It's hard because I have to wait until they till they pull up the table here.
Yeah. So again, how I'm sort of receiving it on my left hand side.
I think what they're doing is they're getting. Because they normally zoom in, they're not zooming in like they normally see. I think they're just getting the everybody's getting their group pot 1, then it's pot Chelsea, this person, that person, this person, that group, and then I think
is that how they're going about it? Is it?
Doing, yeah.
Well,
so they're just laying everybody out.
Eliminated. Yeah. Right. So would that mean then that we could possibly still face Bayern Munich? Is that it? I was still not 100%.
Yeah. We still can play Bayern Munich. Yeah. So now
that sucks. I thought we'd eliminated them. I was going to say. I thought
they hadn't pulled anybody from pot 2 yet. So yeah, everybody's just getting their pot. So pot A, pot B, pot C.
Right, of course it is. Yeah. That makes
group whatever it is.
Sense, doesn't it?
So they're just picking who's going to be over what groups. So Dortmund just got picked.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out how is Dortmund in pot 1. I guess it's just the Bundesliga the way the coefficients.
Yeah. It didn't. Where did they get last season? Did they get to the quarters? I think, wasn't it, against Barcelona? Wasn't it? I'm sure, and they got absolutely ripped to shreds, didn't they? I think last season. So they, and then I think the season before, did they get to the semis? So they must have a reasonably decent European coefficients, as well as probably consistently being the second best team in the Champions League for the last, or in the German league. Sorry, I should say. So that's how I'm presuming they've sort of got it in there. Let's have a little, so obviously, this is almost like the sorting pot,
here we go.
If you want to call it that. Yeah, let's do it.
It's pot 1. No, it's still in pot. It's still doing pot 1.
Yeah. So essentially, this is the sorting pot, then, is it?
Yeah,
Like that's
getting
it.
everybody
So
sorted out. Yeah.
you're here.
After we get out of this pot, then they'll start picking teams. They'll go through each group.
Yeah.
They'll go through each group, and then they'll pick a ball out of pot 2, and then they'll go down the line, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4. Then that's how they complete the groups. It's hard watching it without the sound.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. Yes. It's I don't know. I just hope we can. I can hope we. Like I said, you've got, when you're in pot 2, you've got to expect some form of trickiness. I just hope it ain't going to be a brutal one. For Arsenal. And to be fair, obviously from my side, and again, I know it's a little bit selfish, but give me a couple of teams of hot weather so I can go away. That's I wouldn't mind that. That's it. It's selfish, I know, Matty, but sometimes you got to be a little bit selfish.
Hey man, you can go out to Spain, going out to
Yeah.
Spain and see old
Do you know?
guns.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. That's something I probably would do. Yeah. You know. Oh, so Liverpool's been drawn out. Obviously, for me, they're still going in pot 1. Is that where you're at? Are you a little bit behind?
Yeah,
Or are you a
yeah.
little bit
Well,
behind,
I'm Barcelona.
yeah. Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, obviously, yeah. In Spain, I mean, if it's in the opposite side of Spain, it might be a little bit tricky because I'll be over there. But if it's a couple of hours train away, yeah, I'd have more than happily go see Brother Guns. Where are we at? Yeah. Oh, bloody link me in a deck. There we go. All right, we're back up. So yeah, so for me, Zlatan's just pulling the penultimate ball of pot 1, then, or is it? Oh no, he's still got 2 left. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm right in line with you. Yeah, he's getting ready to pull.
Yeah.
It's going to be Paris.
Yeah.
And of course, the last person is, of course, I think City. I think it's City in there.
Yeah. So basically, this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting for us now, isn't it? Because now we can literally see the exactly where we could go. Come on, don't screw us over. Come on, don't screw us over. We're not asking for much as Arsenal fans. Just don't screw us. Matty, just quickly now, so I know obviously the Champions League draw. While we're just finishing this last little bit, is Amorim and Manchester United now coming back, because it just brings me so much
He won't be
joy.
there when we play him next time. He won't be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't be there.
Yeah.
He won't make it past. He won't make it past September.
Yeah, he's done for.
Yeah.
I was actually on like a panel show earlier on Never Found. One of the hosts, Cass, is big up Cass. I like him. He's a nice guy.
Oh, Cass. Yeah.
He's a Man United fan, and and you know what? It was actually nice going on there for a change. He kept trying to deflect and get me to talk about Arsenal. I was just like, bruv, this ain't even the stream for me to talk about Arsenal. I'm just here to laugh at you, mate. That's all I'm here for. I didn't even mention Arsenal once. I was just enjoying the misery of someone else for a change, man. I didn't even have an opinion on Arsenal at all. Manchester United ruined my bloody childhood, man. Seeing them in this state gives me nothing but pleasure. I can promise you that. As sad as it may come across to some people, you got to take the many little victories. And seeing Manchester United as poor as they are, considering how massively they've screwed me over my over growing up, because they were so good. Yeah.
All right, here we go,
look
man.
at my face. I'm beaming.
It's for to get interesting now, Aaron. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's for to get extremely interesting now.
All right, come on.
Let's go. Let's get to it.
Just gonna get a drink very, very quickly now.
Yeah. I got my screen up, full screen. Chat, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share this great content, brother Aaron's. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting here. This is going to be interesting here. It's crazy looking at Zlatan and Kaká retired, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, Zlatan was just unbelievable everywhere he went.
Yeah,
the personality
That's how I knew
was
he
yeah.
getting old, bro. I'm like, Lord, man, I can't believe like, man, you know, we all are the same age. That's the crazy thing about it. We all roughly around the same age.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, there's absolutely barely anything in it. And then you're looking at these players. It's mad when you're thinking like Zlatan was. Like I said, he had the ego, but he had the skill to match it and the talent to match it. And you know, with Kaka, you had just unbelievable talent. I mean, that part of that that AC Milan's, you know, 04, 05-ish sort of squad. Wow, what a team! Me, Natstar, and if Gianni's still in the chat, we actually spent we went backstage on my call-in last week. I think that finished about 1, and we stayed backstage till about 5. And what started it off was us talking about the AC Milan team of 2005. That won the Champions League.
That was a
Yeah,
good team.
yeah. Oh, jeez. Like
Very good team.
you know, it was a good team, and then we got it up on the screen, and then you're like, oh my god! I mean, their defense just alone: Stams, Maldini's, Cafu's, the goalkeepers, Didas. Do you know what I mean? You Nesta, and you're like, we tried doing a mixed team of Arsenal and AC Milan of that era, and instantly we're like, well, the defense and the goalkeepers absolutely theirs. I mean, it was an unbelievable sort of team, and then we sort of tailed off talking about world-class strikers from like mid-90s until the 2010s, and we didn't even finish. We're just you know, when you're just in your element, you know, talking ball about times gone by. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And obviously Kaka was a massive sort of part of that, so we was waxing lyrical about him. I mean, what a talented footballer, Matty. What talented footballer. Not only are the strikers lost now, that position is lost as well, isn't it? That's
All right,
it's getting there. So I've just had Bayer Leverkusen come up, man.
Yeah, Leverkusen just came out, so they're the first out of the pot. They'll be playing. Let me see.
So that on my screen they can face only either Paris Saint-Germain or Manchester City.
Yeah.
Oh no, or as they come up now. Oh, there's some more's coming up. Maybe my little thing froze there for a little bit. What are we doing here? Is this link being a helmet?
All right, here we go. All right, Zlatan. Don't pull us out of there.
But we got Arsenal. He's pulled Arsenal out. What league do we belong in? Because I've just changed my link.
Yeah. So we're in pot 2.
Oh shit! So I don't actually know who we're with. But we were Bayern Munich at home. Is that right? Is that right? Am I looking at it? I can't sort of see. So yeah, I don't actually. I'm a little lost there. Are you any the wiser, Matt?
I'm sitting trying to figure it out. It's like Theo's look at Theo. He's trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm like, well, we've been drawn, but I don't know fucking where.
Bro, what the hell is going on? Oh, I'm about to go to the
I don't know. I don't know because all the other teams are coming out, but I don't know where it's linked to. Is this in the one group? No, it wouldn't be because obviously.
So we can. I think they're saying all the teams we can play. So we've got Bayern Munich. Yeah, we've got a. It's interesting. Yeah, I think these are the teams that we can all. I think they're pulling out everybody that can play everybody before they.
So we don't categorically know them.
You know what? Hold on. Aaron.
Yeah, Matt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we all fried here. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought they'd maybe have like a mini little like thing up where they've got like table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, and the teams that have been in them, so you can sort of see it. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to, well, we've just put up a little graphic and now it's gone because we're drawing the next one. So I'm just totally no idea where we are at the minute. I'm not gonna lie. I think it probably could be a little bit clearer, maybe. So I just keep getting the pot 2 with the Arsenal and the teams that sort of come out of it. Yeah, I'm not. Stod knows. I might have to Once this little pot's drawn, I might.
Oh, okay, all right, I got it now. Here.
Oh, you got it, have you?
Yeah, I got it. Yep, yeah. So, so this is our group. We've got Bayern Munich, Inter Milan. No. This is chat. Can somebody verify this for me, chat? I had to ask
Let me come back in. Let me come back into the chat.
Can you verify this for me, chat? We're playing Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Atleti, Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Carrot, and Atletico Bilbao.
Right, so I've got Paris. Big up to Paris.
Yeah, that's
it. Put this in. So is that our entire group? Is it Paris, or is there still some to come out? How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, well, I suppose that would be, wouldn't it? So that's our group, is it? As an actual completion, is it? Just for confirmation. Just for confirmation. Yeah. So let's just assume this is the one then. Just for the time being. Until we get the double confirmation from brother Paris. We got Bayern Munich at home, Inter Milan away again.
No groups, just games. Okay, so these are the games. All right, gotcha. So just straight games. Now I still have to get used to this new format. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we got. We got Bayern Munich, Inter Milan away, Atletico Madrid at home, Club Brugge. Okay, so you still got a couple of game, I guess, qualifiers there.
What's that? What? So is it? There's still more to come, or is this it? Is it in entirety? Because there's 8 games.
No. Because unless it Club Brugge,
maybe they just haven't been drawn as home and away yet, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paris, big up Paris. Yeah, Sam. That's the entire group. So maybe they just need to figure out the rest of it.
Yeah.
Big up DJB, man. Yeah, so we're saying, tough guys. Bilbao away. So that's an away fixture then. Yeah. And everyone's basically confirming that what Paris has wrote in is absolutely 100. So yeah, man. Look, listen. Well,
hey man, Bayern Munich,
react on that now. Yeah. Listen, we can react on that for the time being, because obviously I know as well you're a bit time sensitive for what you've got to do. So instead of just going through the rest of the draw, now that we know it, in appreciation for the fact that you're going to be busy and for everyone in the chat, let's just go through this now, then, brother.
All right, so looking at this,
big up to Paris.
Bayern Munich is going to be a tough one. Inter Milan is a tough one. Atletico is a tough one. Everything else we should be able to deal with.
Yeah.
The key is to not. For me, Aaron, the key is not to. I don't know, because I don't know the away and home fixtures yet. Right, for the other teams, not the ones that the big boys. But we can't be going away to Olympiacos dropping point. We can't be going to Slavia Prague. A draw here.
Yeah.
Is that Union Berlin?
Yeah. Seems like was that too?
Yeah, I couldn't tell what Union that is. But those games we gotta be winning. Bilbao, I know JB said it's tough going there, but we've got to go get a win there. I mean, that team, we saw it. They I mean, come on.
Yeah, everything past Atletico Madrid there. You've got, if you want to be taking this competition seriously, innit? You've got to be. You've got to be winning every single game.
Is that the team? Is Union SG? Is that the team that won the? I forgot the name of the Belgium league, what they call it. But is that the team that won for the first time? They won. It's like one of the rare times that they've won the title. I think they won it like right at the end of the season last year. I think we talked about that at the end of the year, because that's was somebody put that in when we were talking about managers. What phase are they in? I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, I remember vaguely talking about them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and Carabag, Bilbao, Olympiacos, Slavia Praha away. We should now. Back in the day, that would be one of the that was a staple of our group phase. We go there all the time.
Played them a few times, innit?
Yeah. We dropped the hammer on them one time. I think it was 6-0, 7-0, something like that. It was some
7 something. Yeah. That was at home, I think. I can remember. And I'm not too sure if it would have been an Arsenal record or if it would have been a Champions League record. I'm not too sure, but I remember Cesc Fabregas in that game almost virtually missing an open goal from a couple of yards out. And if because I can remember that specifically sort of thinking, oh, if we'd have got that, we'd have got 8, and it might have been an Arsenal record, or at the time like a group stage record or something like that. But yeah, I do remember that very fondly. I was at that game as well. So yeah, I do remember it very fondly. Yeah, we always sort of seem to get them teams. Yeah, they're a very typical one. But look, when we obviously got Bayern Munich. There's your sort of tricky ones at a tie. You know, the team you wanted to avoid. But I suppose if you're gonna get them at home or away, Matty, in a one-legged
You rather get
tie,
them at home. You rather get them at home. Yeah, we don't have to go to the Allianz, so you know that's a massive plus.
Yeah, it is
100. And hopefully we can do what we need to do. Inter Milan, you know, you got to exercise the ghost of last year. We should be going there to try to get points this year, and then Madrid. That's going to be very interesting.
Anyone in the chat, just quickly, is Bilbao home or away? Because if depending on when it is, in the year, Bilbao away, yeah. So Jam Boys, big up, mate. So Bilbao away. So maybe depending on when that is in the year, I might link up with Gunzen. I'll give him a little buzz. Sort of soon. I'll have a little look when the actual dates of the fixtures come out, and if it can be feasible, I might stay out there for an extra day and go say hello to Lee.
Yeah,
makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it? While you're in Spain, I think it'd be bloody rude not to.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you're looking at here as well. Obviously, yeah, Jamboy's got the last couple with the aways. So we got Olympiacos at home. I mean, you know, you've got to be banking your points there. Bilbao's away. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky, but it's just one of them, Matty, isn't it? You know, you've got to be earning your points. They're your sort of bread and butter wins, aren't they? And then they're the sort of wins your Bilbao's away, your stinky little Bilbao away. That gives you the right to be able to go to Inter Milan and accept a draw. You know, you do well everywhere, and taking 4 points, maybe even 2 draws, should probably ensure you finish in that top 8. You know, with automatic qualification, because that's obviously a bigger deal. You know, if getting in that top sort of 8, you swerve yourself 2 fixtures, 2 other opportunities. Do you know what I mean? Of possibly going out, of course. What's your sort of summary of that? Are you quite happy with that? I feel like it could have gone a lot worse, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, we could have definitely got it. Could have went the sideways. We could have easily got some rough away fixtures there, but I think Bayern at home is that the first game we play? Chat. Does anybody know the first game we play? Is that that's the other question? Who do we play first?
Yeah. Again, with that, is that something I might be talking out my arse here, Matty? Do they do dates almost as like a little separate draw afterwards? Like, do they just get this big sort of showpiece done and then sort of doing quiet little sort of figuration of dates after? I don't know why that's ringing a bell. I might be talking absolute shite here, so apologies if I am.
I don't know either.
Yeah, because I mean, you think if they're gonna do that draw in terms of fixtures, it then becomes sort of like a big ball ache, doesn't it? As opposed to like them just showing you the glamour draw and then them just quietly doing the fixtures after. Yeah. So yeah, Joseph in the chat sort of saying, last year it took a week for the fixture order. Yeah, you were right. So I thought I was there or thereabouts. No one really wants to. It's not a glamorous thing, is it? The draw is glamorous. The nitty gritties in it is just so in it. But no, sorry, yeah. So but I'm quite happy with that draw, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Like I said, I think it could have been a lot worse. I know sometimes as well, it also does depend on, like anything, it's the luck of the draw. You could have a Manchester City at home and then have to go to Bayern Munich, or then play Bayern Munich. Equally, you could have a nice home tie against Sunderland and then have to go away to Inter. So it could be sort of tricky depending on when you play this Champions Leagues and what Premier League fixtures they correspond to in terms of before or after. I suppose with that, obviously, we'll have to sort of see in the later draw. But I mean, that side, so Liam's saying fixtures come out Saturday, so that'd be another interesting little sort of thing to look out for, because obviously then it'll be in your calendar, so then you can literally see everything that Arsenal have to compete with. Up until then, the fixtures that we've got to negotiate, European and domestically, of course. But yeah, I think everyone in the chat as well seems
I'm
to
fine.
be.
I mean,
it
could have, it could have been a lot worse, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah. No, well,
Bayern at home is a plus.
Yeah.
There, so.
Yeah, the Inter away. Look,
we've been to Inter away. We've been to
yeah.
Inter away. Yeah, so I mean, that's more than doable. So
if there's any plus with that, it's know what to expect now.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing's changed in a year from Inter away. Okay, the manager's not there, but nothing's drastically changed from what you're going to expect to Inter away in 2024 to 25. So learn from it, and if you can take your little draw, like as part of game management, sometimes take your draw. Just make sure it's not a draw when you need a win. Do you know what I mean? That's sort of all I'm saying, and I suppose we'll know that in the fixtures. Obviously you've got match days up here, Adam. Yeah, big up, and obviously then that'll be filled up with, I'm presuming, on the draw Saturday, with who's going to be part of them. But listen, man, like I said, I'm conscious of your time, Matty, and we've got the draws out there. Overall, like I said, I don't want to sound like a repetitive old geezer, but I'm quite happy with that. That could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone a lot worse. And I think, I'll probably speak for the room, Matty, when I say, I'll take that. But listen, everyone in the world class chat, thank you very much for joining us. It was cool, man. Seeing the old Champions League
enjoyed
draw.
it, brother. Enjoyed it, man. Enjoyed
Matty, for your time as always. I'm greatly appreciative of that. As I am every single viewer that's came over to have a little watch, man. I'm double happy with that, and I will see you very soon, Matty.
Yeah, brother.
Legend. Make sure you're going over and subscribing to this absolute geezer. Smash a like on this on the stream. If you're not going to do that for me, make sure you've got a sub to Matty in the locker, please. But aside from that, everyone, take care, and I'll see you very soon.